good everybody, it's your girlfriend Trinella here, and today I'm going to be playing 3 of the newest maps in Geoguessr. Now if you didn't know, currently when you go to the maps feature you can sort by trending, most liked, newest, and alphabetically, but today I'm going to be sorting by newest and choosing 3 of the maps that I think look interesting, so let's see what maps they are, and without further ado, let's jump right into the video. 3 maps I'm going to be playing today from like the newest map section are Only Islands, Capitals of Europe, and National Parks of Wales, so let's start with Only Islands because that was the first one that I found. And we'll be playing all of these, I think, in no move because they don't really have descriptions. So, I mean, I know because they're newer maps, like maybe it doesn't like have it like fully fleshed out yet or whatever. But yeah, a description of the map would be cool. But I kind of chose these maps based on the title. So let's see how Only Islands works. Ooh, okay. I wonder, this is unofficial coverage question mark? I mean, I don't recognize this truck. Pull... I don't recognize either. Looks like we're driving on the right though. So I'm wondering if it's someplace I don't know yet. Like maybe it's like not officially in Geoguessr. But I'm getting like maybe like Southeast Asia vibes, but yeah, I think it's unofficial coverage. So I can't rely on like, you know, like the car or whatever. So Southeast Asia, right side driving. I mean, I could just go Philly. And it could be somewhere else. Like I feel like it might be like an island like in the ocean, like in the Pacific Ocean. But not entirely sure here, so let's go Philippines. Okay. So I had the kind of like right idea. I only got 100 points, so like not super correct, but we were like on an island in the Pacific Ocean. We were in Micronesia actually, and I did not know that they drove on the right. So that is good to know. Ooh, okay, this is pretty sick. I can't lie. Look at these mountains, look at the water, look at that snow. Like, I mean, isn't this just amazing? I already really like this map because I'm seeing like locations I would have never otherwise seen in Geoguessr. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Micronesia in like official or unofficial coverage maps. Ooh, gosh. Okay. Check the sun. That's like the one thing I can check. The sun is in the northwest, so I'm guessing we're southern hem. So I'm like cutting the map off to the southern hemisphere. Is this ever... No. I feel like, is this ever just like really southern, like somewhere near Chile? Like that's what I'm thinking, like someplace that's gonna have like really like rocky mountains and snow. I don't know. I could be so wrong here. Like there's so many like islands and stuff. I'm just gonna go like really southern Chile and we'll see where we are. Hopefully it's southern hem at least though. Okay, low key, I'm like kind of cooking with like my analysis of it, but just not like the actual like, you know, practice of the guess. But we were in South Georgia in the Sandwich Islands. So I was like, yeah, okay, you know what? We at least got the right hemisphere. I'll take that. I checked the sun. Woo, okay. Oh my gosh, this water is like blue, like aquamarine, you know, like a sparkly like dolphin folder, like would have like this kind of like water on it. You know what I'm talking about? Like those dolphin folders from back in the day. Okay, bright sand, trees, this little like shack thing. Okay. Gosh, wow, we really don't have much to go off of here, do we? Sun, if it can be trusted, because I think it's unofficial, not super clear in the direction. Okay. So this is just based on vibes. Maybe I'm gonna go, like, Maldives ever? Like, I mean, there's, like, a ton of islands even within the Maldives, so... Male, I think is the capital. Let's go near Male. Okay, I was a little far off. I don't even know technically... Okay, what are you going to say? Roy Namor. I'm going to throw up, like... Is it part of the Marshall Islands? That's what it looks like here, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'll throw it up on the screen where Roy Namor is actually, like, a part of. But we were in the Pacific Ocean, so very far. Only got 1 point, but hey, 1 point is better than no points. Ooh, okay. We are on a person trekker. Immediately making me think, like, Antarctica for some reason. Like, maybe because of these, like, sign stations or whatever these things are. Do I just go Antarctica? Like, would there be more snow? Yeah, sun is not really super visible. We got these, like, rocky cliff things in the water, okay. I think I do want to go Antarctica. I think even if I'm like correct about it being Antarctica, like, I mean, that is so wide, so we could be so wrong even if we're right. Let's see where it is. Okay, I don't know how Antarctica is my best guess of this whole map so far, but you know, I've had some pretty good instincts, and clearly, yeah, we were in Antarctica, just like a little bit further north on a different base. But hey, we definitely take those. Okay. Ooh, this is a big white truck. Okay. Looks like maybe we're driving on the right, although it's not super clear because everything is kind of parked. So plates are kind of white. Okay. I'm thinking maybe it feels like, ooh, that's like a very short truck. That reminds me almost of like Japanese like brand trucks. I'm thinking like we're somewhere in like the Caribbean. That's where I'm getting like based on the vibe of like everything. But yeah, I don't know this like truck. I think it's unofficial. So I don't know if it'll super help me anyway. Sun is in the east, so not also helpful. So where would I go? Maybe let's go like St. Lucia. Okay. Also not close. We were in the Marshall Islands, I think, again. Near De La Liga de Jarret. Okay. Well, I got an overall score of 4.4K for this islands map. I thought it was a really good map. I think it would be interesting if it only has like a couple of locations, maybe putting up a little blurb about like where each of the locations are, like, you know, like one of those like trivia things, and then like adding the map description too, I think will help people to also play this map. But let's move on to the second map. All right, second up we have capitals of Europe, so hopefully this one I do pretty good at, but we'll see. Okay, already it feels very French, I think, right? Like the font on the stop sign. What is the pole saying? Is a ladder pole? It's kind of like hidden behind this bush, which is unfortunate. Ooh, okay, not French. Belgium? Brussels then? That's a Belgian pole, right? Am I misremembering? Let's drop it in Belgium and we'll see, or in Brussels, we'll see where we are, which is in Belgium. It was... I should have trusted my instincts, but I did not. We were in Paris, so... Alright. I guess I relied too much on the meta, not enough on the instinct / vibe. Okay. We are... right side driving, which is like most of Europe. Ooh, plates do not have any blue. So I'm thinking like Russia, maybe? We've got a very short A-type antenna, question mark, which like, good that I can identify, but where does that mean it is? Don't know, but if we're in capitals, I mean, I'm guessing maybe Moscow. So let's go Moscow. Perfect. Okay, 4.9. We'll take that for sure. Okay. Feels like Turkish, right? Turkish language we're seeing around. And then, yeah, plates. Okay. I think this checks out for Turkey. So the capital of Turkey's Ankara, I think. So we'll plonk it in downtown Ankara. Perfect. Wow, we're getting 4.9. I mean, it is capitals of Europe, and like A, it's gonna have like a lot more information than the first map we played, and B, like I know like my capital is better. So the score is not like reflective of how good the map is. It's just like how knowledgeable I am of the content of the map. That looks like it's in English. This looks like it's a London bus, like the double decker. So I think we're probably somewhere in an outer borough / neighborhood of London. Average 25K-able or 5K-able. Buckingham. We could find Buckingham. There's Buckingham Palace right in London. Don't know exactly where the neighborhood is, but I'll do a little quick scan. That does say Buckingham, right? Yeah. In case we can do 5K, but I won't like try too hard if I can't find it. This is Buckingham Palace, but where's Buckingham like neighborhood? Belgravia. That sounds like one of like the like. Doesn't that sound like the nation in like, you know, like the Princess Diaries or something like that, you know? Belgravia. Because I feel like in all those kind of like, you know, Disney or even like, you know, rom-com or whatever movies, they make up some like European nation. And it's like Belgravia. Like that sounds like what they would say. Okay, I'm not seeing like Buckingham like neighborhood. Like obviously we see like the palace down here, but I don't think it's here. So I'll just plonk it. Yeah, sure, we'll go in the river. Okay, we're a little bit further out, closer to Holt, but we were in London, so we'll take that. Again? I mean, yellow plates and English everywhere, so I think it's just double London, no? Okay, yeah, just like a little bit further out, but we'll take that. Okay. All right, well, 22.6K, that is not bad, especially for no move, but I could have gotten Paris, like if I just stuck with my instinct that it was France instead of Belgium. I think that was definitely the worst guess. Let's move on to the third map. Third map we have up is National Parks of Wales, and there's 6,000 locations, so let's see how many national parks and stuff there are, and we'll learn about Wales. Okay. So, white outer, white middle. Okay, this is not going to be like, okay, we know we're in Wales. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh my gosh, sheep. Hello, sheep. Okay, so Wales is here. How many national parks are there? There looks like there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 5. Which one will I go in first? I think I'm going to guess Snowdonia first, just because that is probably the only one I've heard of these 5. And, you know, we'll learn more about, like, what the vibe of each park is, but yeah, looks like we got some, like, kind of, like, forested, hilly mountains. We got a lot of sheep. Let's go here. Okay. I think I was right. Yeah, we were in the right national park. It was Snowdonia, and we got 2.4K, so we'll definitely take that. Does this ever feel like the same park? Maybe the hills and mountains feel a little bit different, like not as, like, rocky as the Snowdonia ones. More like hilly. So if I'm saying like Snowdonia was more like mountainous, maybe more hilly, we'll go like Shropshire. Is that in Wales? No, that looks like it's in England. Actually, there might be only 4 parks within Wales. Range. Let's go here in Banau. Okay, low-key, I'm 2 for 2 with these Wales national parks. I'm like kind of cooking. Okay. Like, not the overall score, but, like, identifying, like, 2 of them? Like, we'll definitely take that. Does it have a name on there? It says the home of adventure. Okay. Something in some... Welcome, enjoy the view. I mean, there's definitely, like, the name of a thing, like a park on there. Plas y Brenin. Do I see Plas y Brenin? No. I think that's just the name of the National Outdoor Center. Okay. Canoe. Okay. Alright, what am I thinking? These mountains don't really feel like rocky. They don't feel like hilly. Kind of like the last one. So I'm guessing by process of elimination, if it's not the 2 I've had already, it's either Clwydian or Pembrokeshire. But I mean, it could just be one of the 2 we've already had. It's not exclusive, like you only get 1 per location. Let's go with like Pembrokeshire. No, okay, I was wrong. It was Snowdonia again. So a little bit further north, only got 6 points. That is okay. Ooh. Okay, maybe some unofficial coverage. We're on a person trekker. This is interesting. Okay, so we're near large body of water coast. So I'm thinking probably not this national park down here. Thinking probably one of these 3, but I'm leaning more towards Snowdonia or Pembrokeshire. It feels like pretty rocky, but this is like also kind of like a cliff, like edge of the park area. So I mean, I know Snowdonia has kind of like those like rocky-ish mountains like we've seen before. This I'm not sure, but let's go here. We'll go near Pembrokeshire Coast National Park. Yeah, I think I was right. Yeah, 2.6. Okay, so we were here. we're closer. We could see Ramsey Island, which is right across the water. So we'll take 2.6 for sure. Ooh, this is interesting. Is this Gen 2? Question mark? This guy's a little bit purple. Okay. Wales National Park. Which one of the ones do I think it is? Low-key, why does this like remind me of New Zealand a little bit? Like I know it's like Wales National Park, but just like something about the hills and stuff. Okay, so I don't think it feels rocky enough to be Snowdonia with my limited knowledge of the past 4 rounds, which is not much. So if I'm like tentatively like eliminating Snowdonia from the list, it's more hilly. Maybe I'm thinking up here ever. Banao. I'm leaning towards a Banao National Park. I think this is maybe potentially official coverage because of the car. Blur and everything. Not seeing any mountains, okay. Let's go in Banao, because I guess that was like my instinct of the 4. Okay, nope, it was just Snowdonia again. So, failed to recognize it, which is okay, because I'm definitely not an expert at this yet. So I got 7.6k on there. Okay, so that was 3 of the newest maps in Geoguessr. The one thing that I'd recommend to all 3 map makers is to have a description for your map, so it's like easier for people to like get an idea of like what locations are in a map. Like, should the map be played in like, you know, new move NMPZ? Like, is it unofficial coverage? Like, are people meant to 25k the map? Are people meant to just, you know, enjoy the beautiful like locations or something like that? Add something like that to the map, but that would be my recommendation. But that is going to be it for today. So thank you so much for watching this video of me trying 3 of the newest maps in Geoguessr. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down below. Also tell me for a future iteration of this video if I should do more maps, like I should do 5 of the newest maps or something like that. Let me know down below. So thank you so much again for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to French Vanilla and have a great day.